Just give me a second, y'all. Just give me a second. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. The Carolina Panthers have signed Matt Barkley, USC quarterback. Has been in the league for a little bit, bounced around. Currently resides on the the Titans practice squad. Journeyman quarterback, has played for Philadelphia, Chicago, Buffalo. The dude doesn't have many starts to his name in his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-year career. He is, and I'm not blaming him, man. It's not his fault. Credit to him. Shout out to him for getting the job. It's not his fault. And again, we got to talk about it, man. We it's not these quarterbacks' fault. And I meant to talk about that last night, but it ain't his fault. It ain't his fault he gets signed here, bro. But there is a connection, right? There's a connection to Dan Morgan, right? Dan Morgan was up in Buffalo, so you can kind of put 2 and 2 together and say, hey, this dude. But it just doesn't make sense, man. It just doesn't make sense, and it signals a couple things. Right? This is important. Everybody follow me. This is important because number one, it signals that Sam Darnold is likely going to go to IR. He's day to day. They announced that he's day to day. There's it. I don't have any news behind that, but he is day to day, and so them signing another quarterback tells me that he's likely to go to IR. And not only that, because we picked him up off the Titans practice squad, he has to be signed to the active roster. Right? That's how this thing works. If you pick up somebody off the practice squad, that means they have to be signed to the active roster. Right? So they went out, they scoured everybody's practice squad, they scoured the entire league, and they said Matt Barkley is the dude. Matt Barkley. Matt Barkley started 7 games in 6 seasons with Philadelphia, Chicago, and Buffalo. 31-year-old is now potentially going to back up PJ Walker. We think that PJ Walker is going to get the start. I don't see Sam Darnold with the way they just did this. They only carry 2 quarterbacks on the active roster, and that's going to continue because I firmly believe that Sam Darnold is going to go to IR, and this dude is going to be the backup to PJ Walker. Now, I mean, it just doesn't. Yeah, I'm angry, and I'm trying not to yell. But I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm upset, bro. Because it just doesn't make any sense. It's laughable at this point because number one, if you're going to sign quarterbacks off of another team's practice squad, why would you not go and get Will Grier, who is sitting right there on the Cowboys practice squad, who knows the system. He he knows the system. You put a lot into Will Greer. He was your you put a lot of you put a lot of confidence behind. You said great things about Will, and we know how it goes. We know the Matt Rule curse. He types up a player, the next thing you know, he's gone, right? We've seen it time and time again, right? That's why I've always challenged this dude to always keep it a buck. Say what you mean what you say, right? Don't give us mixed signals. But it just doesn't make sense. Is Will Greer on the 53? Because I saw him in street clothes the other day. Let me check that. Okay, my bad. If Will Greer's on the active roster, my bad. I misspoke if that's the case. I misspoke. I misspoke. Okay, but besides the point, even Will Greer, right? Even Will Greer, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. He's on the active roster. Fair enough. Well, I'm wrong. Okay, I'm wrong. He was inactive, but on the roster. You guys got it. Beside the point. I'm not gonna. You're right, but beside the point, there's other guys out there, right? There's other dudes out there, and there's one dude in particular, and you all know his name. Um, and I don't understand. I don't understand. It's just really frustrating. What is Blake Bortles doing right now? What's Blake Bortles doing right now? He's with free. He's okay. So he was active um on the Packers roster, so he's out of the question. But I I mean, it's just this dude Matt Barkley, bro. Like what are we doing, fam? What are we really doing? What are we doing? Let me see if I can go out there. Let me see the free agent quarterbacks. I'm just gonna do a quick Google search. Free agent QBs. Right. I'm gonna do a quick Google search. Nope, that's not it. I'm gonna go to Spot Track because that'll tell me the active ones. There has got to be somebody. There's got to be somebody out there that's better than this cat. I mean, like you don't. Ah, it's frustrating, man. It's frustrating, y'all. I see the hashtag rule out. I see it. I see y'all. I see y'all. I don't. I'm at a loss for words, man. Like I don't know. Matt Barkley was the best they could come up with. Matt Barkley. What's Ryan Fitzpatrick doing right now? What's he doing? Who he backing up? I'm just throwing some names out there. It's just I don't know, man. I don't know, y'all. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. What y'all thinking, bro? What y'all thinking, man? What y'all thinking? And I knew that I knew that Cam wasn't gonna get signed. I mean, we all knew that. We all knew that. We all knew that, right? Um, so we knew Cam wasn't coming here. Rivers is retired, bro. He enjoying his retired life. Um, Foles isn't. Is Foles available? He ain't available, is he? McCown. I would have definitely taken McCown over this dude. But Foles with the Bears. I mean, it is laughable, bro. It's laughable, man. It's laughable, y'all. I don't know what to say. I do like Jamie Newman. He's a rookie. They definitely not gonna go out and get him. But yeah, I know Cam is definitely out there laughing. I don't know. I'm really at a loss for words, man. Dave is gonna come through here in a little bit and give his opinion. He had to go pick up his son. But yeah, I mean, dog, it's better options out there than what we just signed. This is call a spade a spade. Call a spade a spade. It's better quarterbacks. We signed for all those that's just coming in. We signed Matt Barkley. Matt Barkley, former quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Bears, Buffalo Bills. Hence the Dan Morgan connection with the Bills. But I mean, I think PJ is gonna get the nod, and I think PJ, the way this thing is going, is probably gonna get the nod for the rest of the season if he can look somewhat serviceable. That's all it's gonna take is for him to look somewhat serviceable against against the Cardinals and moving forward. Mariota's a good one. I don't know about Mariota. I think he might be available. Oh, he's with the Raiders, but I don't know if he's with the active. I know he was just activated off of injured reserve. I wish there was a list I could just find, but there's not. Spot check doesn't give it to me like I want to see it. Pause. But yeah, man, it's just a mess, bro. It's a mess. It's a mess. The Peterman, he is out there. Honestly, I probably would have taken David Peterman over Matt Barkley, bro. Be honest with you. But yeah, it sucks. I mean, and we gonna go directly. We're gonna go directly to Cam. We gonna ask the question. We're gonna ask the question. What's you got Cam? He's out there, and I wonder if Cam just said, "Hell nah, bro. I ain't going there. I ain't going there." Exactly. Exactly. You hit the spot. You kind of hit it right before I got a chance to say it. But yeah, you're right, bro. He not answering the phone, bro. He not answering the phone. But like I said last night, and like I said for the past couple of days, it is what it is, bro. Like it's no easy way out. And I'm thinking about organizing the march on Mint Street, fam. Like I really, if this really continues to go downhill, bro, like I might organize a rally because this is how frustrating. And like, dog, I've been a fan for a long time. I've been a fan for a long, long, long time, bro. And I've never, I think it's been, I don't think I've ever felt this bad. I don't think I've ever felt like this, bro. I think I might organize the march on Mint Street if this thing does not turn around. I mean, it's just like what are we doing? Try being a balance. I mean, yeah, you're right. You're right, Bob. But y'all turn it around, fam. Y'all got the right. Y'all finally made the right decisions to get it turned around. You brought in the right people, Kevin Stefanski, Andrew Berry, and then it just turned around immediately. Nah, I ain't signing no petition, dog. I'm pulling up. So those for all those that just tuned in, we signed Matt Barkley. Matt Barkley, former USC quarterback, Philadelphia Eagles, Buffalo Bills, Chicago Bears, 7 starts in a set. He started 1 game for every year he's been in the league. I'm gonna let y'all marinate on that for a second. 7 starts. This ain't no vet. This ain't no vet signing. 7 starts for 7 years in the league. And just like that, let me welcome in Dave. Give me 1 second, Dave. Let me change this background real quick. All right. Dave is here. What's up, Dave?
Matt Barkley, ladies and gentlemen. The man that's going to save us all. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
You okay, man? You got your
Nah,
Duke
I
gear
mean,
on.
yeah, I'm looking forward to the night, Duke basketball tonight. But
There's
yeah,
A&T basketball tonight too.
yeah, UNCG versus
Against
A&T.
against A&T Gentrified,
Yeah,
UNCG.
yeah.
So, it's going to be a good game. At least I think it is. So we shall see. So what did I miss, man? What did I miss?
Just giving some thoughts on the Matt Barkley signing, fam. That's it.
We are and Sam. I mean, there's no other way around it, right?
Yes, that's why I mentioned that. But that is signal to me that we are going to IR Sam Darnold for at least 3 weeks. Um, that's my opinion. It could be season ending, just to kind of save face, but I don't know.
Look, man. You know what we do best, man. I look, I think this says a lot too, because this could potentially this could show that Rule understands that his seat's hot. So he might be trying to come up with a method to bail himself out of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it, because this could potentially show that they might be considering making a move after the season. So he's got to save face, kind of like what Matt Nagy did about getting Justin Fields to save face. Some similar type of thing. You can use injury as an excuse. I just don't think it's going to last too long. So we'll see. Nah, there's ways for Rule to survive. There's ways for Rules to survive. There's ways. If he wins more games, he'll survive. Just a matter of whether or not we're going to see that or not today, this week, for the rest of the season. So there's absolutely ways for Rule to survive.
Ain't no getting around that. That's locked in. 18 million for Sam is locked in. It's not going
Somebody
anywhere.
asked if they can get away with it.
Get away with what?
We know Fields looked great last night. I watched him. He didn't look too great in the first half, but he
He's
balled
a
in the second.
rookie, bro. It don't matter how he looked year one. I mean, I agree with you. He did look good. But what I'm
In the
saying is
second
it don't
half, he
really
balled in the
matter.
second half.
It don't really matter. He's a rookie. He has a built-in excuse. Like I'm like a dog. I went back and looked at my 2-year plan. And I need to link it, bro. If you look at my Super Bowl window video, I was a roster build 3-part series, and part 3 of it was kind of identifying the window. And I gave I'm a dude behind a computer, bro, and I laid it out for him. I laid it out. I mean, I'm just a dude, bro. Like, it's not that difficult if you have a plan and you follow it, you stick to it. It's almost like it. They keep putting this moniker around this man about the roster, the program building, but it almost seemed like he don't really know what he's doing. Like,
Well, he
he's
think
never done this before. In the
well, he's
NFL, he
this,
hasn't.
but the thing is, he hasn't done this before.
Yeah,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? So, like, you guys, we got to remember that this dude was a college coach. This ain't college, and I think we keep forgetting that this isn't college for this guy. You know what I'm saying? So, like, this ain't college. He's hustling backwards right now. There's no other way around it. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes down. I still think he's saving face, but what do I know? But no, it's tough, man. This is just you want to have some ray of hope, and I know Positive Shot wants to make an appearance, but I
Nah,
will say
positive
this.
shot is done, fam.
I will say
Positive
this
shot
though.
is done.
I will say this though, Rashad. We're only one game out of the playoffs.
Dave, don't give me that. Don't go there.
I mean, we're not lying. I mean, Atlanta's
I
in the
mean,
playoffs right now, bro.
the numbers are the numbers. I agree with you.
Yeah.
But trajectory matters, B. Like, we not going in the right direction.
We're not. No, I'm not disagreeing with you there. I'm not disagreeing with you there, brother.
Like, and how, Dave, because I said this earlier, like, as a fan, like, have you ever been like this down? Like, going the way it's going? Like given all the context about how this dude got a 7-year deal, how we locked in with Sam. Like I don't think it's been since I've been a quote unquote intelligent fan, like given I know in the circumstances, like not just watching casually, like I've never felt like this, bro. I've never felt like this.
When you say it like that, I might have to be with you there because, like, when you think about the rough seasons that Carolina's had, like 1997 comes to mind. 2001 comes to mind. 2010 comes to mind.
I know
You
2010. That's when I started becoming a bit smarter. But 2010 there was things occurred, and then it got better. Like it was you were like, all right, I could
well, you
see
knew
where we were going
the thing
because we
is with
knew Fox was.
2010, yeah, that was Fox's last
That's
year.
what
So
I'm
we
saying.
knew.
We
We
knew
knew.
Fox. That's what I'm saying. So you knew there was light at the end of the tunnel. You were at the end of a coaching contract, or you knew his tenure was about to be up, and we were about to get a new coach. So you knew things were going to turn around. I'm talking about right now, given the situation, like all things considering, bro. Like I don't think I've ever felt like this, bro.
Nah, I get it. Because when you sit down and think about the situation at hand with regards to Darnold, it's tough. Like when you sit down and think about it, because when you consider the fact that Rule has 5 more years left on his deal, so you can legitimately see scenarios where Rule could still be around for a couple more years, and the reality of the fact that Darnold might have to stick around as well. Like I just think the Matt Barkley signing seems like they're just picking straws at quarterbacks at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
Matt Barkley is not an upgrade for
desperate.
what they have. They're desperate at this point, and it shows. And I don't know, and I'm assuming that Rule is the one that is kind of is pushing this, so to speak.
And to me, they had the Love kid. I almost would have been more excited to see him than a Matt Barkley. Like, give me somebody new, like we ain't never seen. At this point, does it even matter? Like, Matt Barkley is not making a difference. Like, he's not gonna take us from being like the gap between Matt Barkley and the other kid, that Love kid that we had. It can't be that far off. Like I'd rather see him. I'd rather see a young, fresh talent, somebody new, somebody that we've never seen before. Like I just got so many questions. And I'm still trying to find a list of of available quarterbacks, not just people. Let me see if I can find a list of practice squad rosters.
Yeah, because we grabbed them from the practice squad too, didn't we?
Correct.
We pulled them from the Titans.
Correct.
But this tells you a lot, man. Like, there's one thing that this signing tells you. You know what that is, ladies and gentlemen? Cam ain't coming back.
Yeah.
So quit asking about him. Like, we're done with that. If they didn't even get that man a call at this point, and they decided to pick somebody else up from the practice squad,
I found a
super
list.
chat, though. Appreciate
the super chat, bro. And then to answer the other dude's question, he dropped the $2 super chat. My apologies if I forgot your name, but in order for us to cut Sam, it cost us $18 million next year. Keep in mind, this is not something this is not nothing new, because we're paying $17 million for Teddy right now to play for the Denver Broncos. That's not a $17 million cap hit, but all things considered, it's a $17 million dead cap hit to us. I hope that I didn't mean to confuse you to throw in the cap hit thing, but $17 million to play for another team, and then we'd be doing the same thing if we cut Sam Darnold in back-to-back years. Has to be unheard of. Has to be. I've never seen any other team do that. Go through two quarterbacks like that consecutive years, paying multi-million dollar, multi-double-digit millions in dead cap money just off of a quarterback. And Dave, we just got out of dead cap hell, right? We're just starting to get it right with the dead cap. We just started getting to a situation where we started paying the right people. Maybe not according to me per se, but at least there were guys that were going to be around for the long haul. Again, I never agree with the Christian McCaffrey contract, but I know dude's gonna be around for a long time. So cool, I get it. Shaq Thompson didn't necessarily agree with his contract, but they were right on that one. This dude is balling right now, so they were right. So these contracts that they're starting to pay out, they're starting to pay the right people, with the exception of Cam Irving and Pat Eflin. Those are bad contracts, but they're not huge dead cap hits. They're medium-sized dead cap hits, especially Eflin. If Eflin gets cut, that's a decent-sized cap hit. And the way Irvin's the amount, I say all that to say that the dead cap that we could incur next year would be huge if we end up cutting Sam Darnold, potentially Cam Irving, and potentially Pat Eflin. You're talking about 30 plus, not 30. You're talking about 20, high 20 plus $1 million cap and dead cap. And that's just going back to the same thing we've been doing, right? So it's just, fam, it's just, I don't know, bro. I'm not about to yell, B. I'm not about to yell, man.
Nah, yeah. You got to save that for when we got to do a parlay. When we got to do the parlay, then you gotta save it for that, man. There's no point in using your energy on this situation, that's for sure. Because, I mean, it's a tough spot to be in. It is a tough spot to be in. Yo, either my chair's tilted. Things that I noticed, man. This is why.
I'm still looking at the quarterbacks out there.
It'll get interesting, man. It sucks that we don't have a precedent to freaking ask Rule the questions, even though he ain't gonna give us anything.
Nah, he not gonna answer nothing, B. He not gonna answer nothing. But, so I mean, here we are, folks.
This is it,
man. And you know what? I mean, I guess the best thing to come out of this is the fact that we should get an extended look at PJ Walker.
That's true, because there's no way they're gonna start Barkley.
If they do that, I promise y'all. If Matt Barkley starts, I promise y'all, I'm organizing the March on Mint for sure.
Hashtag MOM. Hashtag mom, yo.
It's going. I feel like I'm gonna give him a couple more weeks, bro. But if we end up picking, I'm probably gonna wait to the end of the season. If we end up like with a terrible record and we end up with only like 6 wins or something like that, I might organize it, fam. I might organize it, and do the March on Mint, because this is ridiculous. It might be time to do another. I had to hit up JJ from Panthers Culture. It might be time for another Cam billboard.
Oh, they did do a billboard, didn't they?
It might be time for another one. It might be time for another one.
What we gonna do with what we gonna do about this coaching staff, man? Like, I'm going back to think about the moments where, like, the season was in the, like, when the franchise was in the dumps. Yeah, this is up there.
It's bad, yo. This is bad, bro. It's all about trajectory, bro. Like, all things considering, like, this is not good. At least, again, going back to 2020, 2010. Like, if you look at the 2010 years, boom, get a new coach. And even if we're bad for a couple of years, you got a rookie quarterback. You had excitement with Cam. Like, it's different. It's a different vibe, bro. We ain't got the answer, Sway. Like, in year, if you compare, and I know people want to bring this up. Oh, how'd you feel about Rivera in year 2? Fucking great.
Because you knew what he inherited. Like, he had Cam. He was building this defense. Like, you saw levels of progress. But the thing is, when you make the thing that's interesting is that when you compare, like, John Fox versus what John Fox did to build the Super Bowl roster versus how Ron Rivera what Ron Rivera did to build a Super Bowl roster, they took two different paths for the most part, but they had one similarity, and that was a great defense. But when you start thinking about it, right? So like John Fox went with a vet quarterback, but it wasn't like a vet quarterback that you trying to recover. You know what I'm saying? It was a vet, like Rodney Peete did his thing in the NFL before he came to Carolina. Like he was an established guy, but but you had a veteran quarterback, and then you just caught fire with Jake Delhomme, right? And then Ron was like, nah, we're going to get this quarterback popping. They drafted Cam. And then, you grow with Cam. Like he had to run with Cam, and Cam showed sparks at the beginning. Like he showed greatness at the beginning of his career. And Matt Rule is out here just carouseling quarterbacks. He's getting all these veterans and not taking his time to figure out if this is the guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna do it. Dave, over under, like at the end of the season, where do you think we should be to organize the March on Mint? Like, how bad does it have to be?
If we lose, all right. I'm looking at the schedule, right? We could. I see two more wins on the schedule. I only see two, maybe three. Maybe we beat Atlanta at home. I'm thinking Atlanta, Miami, and Washington. If we lose two out of those three, we have to consider it. Because I don't think we're going to win any of the other ones. Like, we're not beating Buffalo. We're not beating Arizona next week. And I don't give a damn if Kyrie plays or not. We're not beating Kyrie. I don't care if he plays or not. We're not beating Arizona next week. So.
Yeah. So, hey, in the chat, man, I want to hear from y'all. How many wins, or excuse me, give me the final record. If we go blank and blank, we marching on Mint. Give me the number. I'll tell you, I will organize it, bro. I'll organize it. I'll get the media there.
You about to get the YouTubers.
I will get the media there. I'll get all the YouTubers. I will do it, bro. Give me the record. I'm telling you, I will do it. I will do it.
Oh,
6 and 10.
goodness.
I'm seeing 6 and 10.
6 and 11, 5 and 12. Okay.
4 and 13. If we go 4 and 13, I'm doing it 100%. If we go 4 and 13, you consider it done. Oh. So 6. So if we get 7 wins, there is no March on Mint. That's the consensus. 7 wins cancels the March.
So anything below. So basically,
2 more wins.
No, we got a lot of things going on together. Like I got the whole thing about Rule getting fired with 6 and under wins, and that means Rule's got to get fired, and we marching on Mint. That's what I'm hearing. We're probably gonna march on Mint before he gets fired.
And Dave, we gotta have Dave in town too. Dave gonna fly in, and we gonna make this thing happen. I'm telling y'all, bro. I'm not playing. Y'all think I'm playing? I am not playing. I am dead serious. I will get the media. We got media connects. We will get them. We know people. We will get the eyes on this thing and make it happen, bro. I'm telling you, I'm not playing. And like we need everybody to come and partake. I'm not just gonna do it. Like y'all gotta show up. Y'all gotta show up. If we go under 7 wins, we marching on Mint, fam.
So wait, man. Let me look at the schedule because I actually am going to be in town from the 21st through the 27th.
We doing it. Pause. And don't let the last is the last game home game? I don't think it is.
Let's see. Okay.
If the last game is a home game, bruh, become a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Hey, bruh, listen, I'm not gonna lie, be tempting, but I can't do it. I'm gonna always be a Panthers fan no matter what. That's why
unless they move the team.
Yeah, unless they move the team, that's the only way. That's the only way I'll switch. I never switch. I'm loyal, B. I'm loyal.
I mean, shoot, week 16, we got the Bucks at home. Shit, if we don't win a game by then, that might be worth the date right there. Just do it on a home game against the Bucks.
Home game, yeah.
That's
But
week
what's
16
the
though.
last week? The last week is what? The Saints.
No, you got the Saints on the 2nd, and then you got the Bucks on the 9th.
What's the last game?
The last game is at the Bucks on the 9th.
Okay, my bad.
The last home game, that last home game is the day after Christmas. I'll be in town for that.
For the Bucks game?
Yeah, I'll be in town. I'll be in the area because I'm not flying back.
For the Bucks or my bad. I was reading the chat. For the Bucks or the.
So week 16 is the last home game, and that's against the Bucks. Like I wasn't planning on being in Charlotte around that time.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
My wife and my kids gonna kill me.
Especially if it's like that. That's like the 5th victory, and we only got like one more, or it's the 6th one. Yo, we got to do it
because there's only 2 more games left at that point. Because there's 3 more games left. Bucks, Saints, Bucks.
Ah man, this is awful, bro. But yeah, man. So here we are going back to the original topic. If you're new here, if you haven't heard, first of all, make sure you hit that like button and hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get to 15,000 subscribers. We got almost 400 people watching this. So hit the subscribe button. Even if you're not a Panthers fan, even if you enjoy our misery, right? Even if you enjoy seeing us struggle every week and coming up here and complaining, hit that subscribe button for your boys. You're trying to get to 15,000 subs by the end of the year. So please, let's make that happen. But if you haven't heard, we'll reset the room. Dave, we have signed Matt Barkley, veteran quarterback, to potentially back up PJ Walker, as it looks like Sam Darnold is going to go to IR potentially. Yeah. So, bruh, like, it is what it is at this point. It is what it is, man.
Yeah, man, we out here doing all the other isms.
Shout out to Aaron. Shout out to Aaron for an unnecessary bluntness, man. We got our creators chat, bro. No, he said I'm going through it on Twitter. He said I'm going through it. I am, yo. I'm frustrated, bro. I'm mad, yo. I'm mad, man. I'm frustrated now, man. I'm frustrated, man. And even if we got the first pick, bro, we gonna trade it probably. That's what, I don't want to go through this scenario. My brain already hurts.
If we got the first pick, we're firing folks. I think it'd be nuclear option if we got the first pick, bro. I really do.
Yo, Locks, man, you gotta become a Patreon member. If you was a Patreon member, you probably could have been at the last couple games. You could have been at the Atlanta game. You could have been at the Patriots game. I be getting tickets. Sometimes I can't go. Sometimes I already bought the ticket and I just got to give them away. But yeah, become a Patreon member, bro. $3, man. That's what you can do. The link is not in the description box, but you can go to patreon.com/Panther Nation PC and you could get all kind of stuff. I got a Christian McCaffrey mini helmet to give away too. That'll be reserved for the Patreon.
We still got to do our Patreon for October.
Yeah, we do, bro. We probably just better off holding up, man. I did the giveaway, so
give out 2.
Well, I already did the giveaway. I already did the Patriots ticket was a giveaway, bro. Yeah. I gave away 2 tickets, so that counted as the November giveaway or the October giveaway. But yeah, man. No, I'm frustrated, bro. I'm frustrated. We all frustrated.
I'm upset. Didn't Drake have a sign call like that? I'm upset.
I'm not getting arrested. They ain't going that far, bro. We just going, we're gonna tell it. We're gonna tell it like it is. We're gonna get the media coverage. We're gonna get the people out there, and we're gonna let the people know, let the ownership know, let the front office know. We let Tap know that we ain't accepting this, bro. We've been crap ever since he picked up the team, and he promised, it ain't gonna be overnight. But fam, you gotta see some kind of progress. What I see right now is not progress. Yo. I'm telling you. Now we're not going that far, yo. That's funny. We're gonna be on CNN. Now we're not going to that level, but we're gonna have a local media.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, shout out to Carolina Blitz. Shout out to Sheena. Shout out to Chris from Charlotte Vibe. Shout out to my man John Ellis. Yo, we got some connections, bro. We will make it happen, bro. We're gonna make it happen. We gonna make it happen. But yeah, man. See, I thought Tep wanted to win. I see y'all, bro. We did too. We did too.
Let me see. Rashad will be the new head coach of the Panthers. It's
Nah,
hilarious.
bro. But I do need a spot on that front office because I promise you, I've been making all the calls, bro. All the calls. Keep Teddy for another year. Draft Justin Fields. Draft Rashawn Slater. I've been saying all these things, bro, and I'm not even no professional, man. I'm not a professional scout, bro. But I did look at Sam Darnold, and I saw nothing.
You know what I saw?
Couple highlight plays, but that's
you know
it.
what I saw from Sam Darnold? And I found a video on Twitter, and I retweeted it. I found an interview of Matt Rule asking when they asked Matt Rule, "Why did you go after Sam Darnold?" And I cried.
What'd he say?
He basically said, I was watching something else, and then all of a sudden I started looking at Sam Darnold. I was like, "Oh, he can make these throws. He looked good out. He looked good out there." And I'm thinking to myself, "What the hell? What video was he watching?" Tough to watch. Yeah. Very tough.
I went through most of the games too. The good ones. I didn't go through every game, but when I was doing the good, bad, and ugly video, I put it out there, fam. Like I told y'all, man. I tried to warn y'all this could happen, bro. Yo, and then we doubled down, picked up the 5th-year option without even seeing this dude take a snap, fam.
Well, you knew we had to take the 5th-year option. That's what I kept trying to tell you.
We ain't have to do nothing.
You don't trade for that guy and give up all them picks and not take the 5th-year option, bro.
We ain't have to we ain't have to trade for him. We ain't have to do nothing.
Well, no, but I agree. We didn't have to trade for him, but I'm just saying the moment that we did it, the 5th-year option was just a matter of time. You know what I'm saying? Like the 5th-year option was just going to be what it was going to be. So once we traded for the guy, 5th-year option was just imminent at that point.
Yeah, I think I see some. I think PJ. What? So let me give you this. This scenario. What if PJ? Because truth be told, I'm tough on PJ too. Like we've seen some games from him. We've seen some situations from him where he was not very good. The Detroit game, the dude, he had 2 red zone interceptions and the defense carried, right? Similar to what we're seeing now, right? The defense just played extremely lights out in that game. And we seen in the Atlanta game where he almost blew that game. But PJ Walker is potentially, if Sam Darnold goes to IR, he's going to get an extended look. And I think that what if we can play the hypothetical game? What if he actually looks solid?
Then we can roll with it, and then we can. I think we can eat that contract of Sam being on the bench for a year. I don't think cutting Sam is an option at this point, though. But I think PJ could potentially take his job away, and I won't be as angry because right now I'm just angry. Like my thing is, you got to go with the quarterbacks you currently have on the roster at this point. You can't be out here going after Matt Barkley's and shit. Like you cannot do that at this point. Like I have no interest in that. Like you gotta go with the guys that you brought in here. Like that's my concern. We're not drafting a quarterback in the first round. I said it yesterday, and I stand by it, bro. I have no interest in taking a quarterback with this coaching staff.
Yeah, but they obviously not gonna feel that way, Dave. They the one picking. Of course, they got their jobs to save, so they're gonna potentially pick one. It ain't about how we feel about it. Because I agree with you, but realistically, fam, if there's a quarterback sitting there, them dudes is probably gonna take them for their job's sake. So, but I agree with this. I agree with what Trap says. We got to trade back for more picks. If we get a top 5 pick, because we don't have a second and a third round, the chances are that we're going to trade back. It just depends on how far, right? You could still trade back and get a quarterback. Probably won't be the best one, but you could potentially still get a dude. But you kind of dug your grave. But that goes back to my question. Like, what if PJ shows you something for the rest of the season? All right, what if he shows you that he's serviceable? Because it appears that all this Matt Rule talk about, I want elite quarterback play. Like I want an elite quarterback. That's what he said. I'm just telling you what he said.
He wants a game manager.
Dave, I'm telling you what he said though. He said, I want an elite quarterback. I want an elite quarterback play. I want this and I want that.
If you want an elite quarterback play, you don't trade for Sam Darnold.
Right. Which is my point. What if PJ is serviceable.
That's all he needs to be. It's the same thing I said about Sam. I don't need Sam to be an all-star. I don't need Sam to be a Pro Bowler. I just need the guy to be serviceable. The defense will get you there. The defense is playoff ready. It's the offense. It's the offense.
Shout out to Lunch Break Hot Take. Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you. My gripe is that we're gonna have that 18 million in Sam. That's my gripe. Like at that point, you paying this man 18 million, and either you cut him or this dude. I mean, this dude's gonna be making 18 million regardless. He's gonna be playing six string, or excuse me, third, fourth string, practice squad, wherever you want to put him. He making 18 million. So like that's my gripe. Like that's my biggest thing, man. I don't know, man. It's frustrating, bro.
Well, I know. You ain't got to tell me. I'm living through this too. We all are.
We Shout out to Justina Cam Newton, man. We love Cam too, but unfortunately,
he ain't coming.
If we picked up Matt Barkley over Cam
Newton, that's all you need to see.
That just tells me what I need to know.
That's all you need to see. That's all you need to see.
But I mean, it makes too much sense. The right thing, if you want an elite quarterback play, maybe Cam isn't elite right now. Maybe he's not 2015 Cam. That's a fact.
He don't have to be.
That's my point. He don't have to be that. Like, give me half Cam Newton is better than anything that's touched this roster under Matt Rule, and that's just a fact. It's just a fact, man. If you knew you just coming in, Matt Barkley's who we signed. Matt Barkley.
Matthew Barkley.
But yeah, man. So if you just got here, man, be sure to hit that subscribe button for your boys. Trying to get to 15,000 subscribers. So just hit the sub button. It's free. Don't cost you nothing. So we appreciate that. But yeah.
Look, man.
Well, man, I'm gonna have to throw on the PJ jersey. I'm gonna have to just rock with PJ, man. Like PJ, it's our only hope. PJ is the only thing that could save this season right now is PJ Walker.
I never thought we would be saying that in 2021, but you might be right.
Because
we only, like I said, I know you didn't want me. I know you didn't want to hear it, but we're only a game out of the final wildcard spot.
No, I know. That's real. I mean, the stats are the stats, right? I mean, that's a fact. You can't deny the numbers. The numbers don't lie. It is what it is. But again, I'm looking at trajectory. I'm looking at everything in place. And I just, the offensive line is in shambles. Poor PJ, man. He's going to be running for his damn life.
But at least you know he'll make that decision fast compared to Darnold. Because even when Darnold had a clean pocket, he still didn't know how to make a decision. I mean, we could talk playoffs because we're only one game out. I mean, right now, Atlanta would be in the playoffs right now. The Falcons would be in the playoffs right now if it ended today. That's how close we are. They're projecting that 3 NFC South teams are going to make the playoffs. So, you know, one wild card is going to come out of the West and the other 2 are going to come out of the South. So we're in it, dude. Like, the NFC East is just going to have one team. The NFC North is going to just have one team. And everything else could potentially fall into place.
This is an interesting question. Why do we cut Will Greer? That's because we wanted to carry 4 tight ends. That's why.
Because we got to play more 2 tight end sets because we knew our line was trash. We had to keep one back to block. All right. Let's see here.
So, I mean, that's where we are, folks. That's where we are. I mean, y'all talking no false hope. I'm with y'all. I'm with y'all, bro. I have us picking in the range of 7 to about, I'm gonna say 5 to 10.
We're gonna have another top 10 pick, you think?
I think so.
I mean, right now what are the draft standings right now?
We 13 right now, Dave.
13.
That was gonna be part of the show yesterday that I never got to.
Oh.
We picked 13th right now in the draft. It will work to end today.
But yeah. Well, look at it this way, guys. Bad roster planning, bad drafting, bad free agents pickup. The defensive side, we did a pretty good job in the free agents.
That's the only thing we care about, Dave. That's the problem, man. We only care about defense, bro. Like that's the only thing that this coaching staff and front office is the only thing they've cared about. It's the only good moves they made is on the defensive side of football. That's it. That's it. Get the great defense, let everything else fall into place, and pray for the best. And those prayers have not been answered.
We're not praying hard enough, Rashad. This is not happening, guys. When rule goes, snow goes. They are a package deal. That's just the facts of life. They are a package deal.
Yeah, we did cut Royce Freeman. We didn't get a chance to talk about none of that yesterday, but we did.
Oh yeah, we did cut Royce.
That
is right.
But we said that. We said that on the previous show. If y'all listen to this show, we told y'all that was going to happen. One of the running backs was going to get let go. But it is what it is. I mean, that's not surprising.
They like what they see out of Amir Abdullah, man.
Abdullah is the man. Like we tried, we line all this stuff up for y'all, man. If you really listen and pay attention to what we saying, we line everything up for y'all. We know what we talking about over here, and we told y'all that was going to happen. A couple of other things did happen to the roster. Let me go back to. Give me 1 second. Let me go to team transactions.
When was the last great USC quarterback?
Was there one?
There had to be one that had a good career in the NFL. I'm gonna look it up. Last great USC QB in the NFL.
All right, so while you're looking that up, just to go back over who we let go, because I think over the last couple of days we signed or put Aaron Parker on the practice squad. I don't even know who that is. LaShawn Edwards, we activated him, who was a punter. And then Royce Freeman was waived. Clay Johnson was also waived. That was interesting.
Carson Palmer.
Cam Irving on IR. Matt Paradis on IR. Josh Love, practice squad. And then we signed, who was released from the practice squad. And then we signed Aaron Monterio, who is another guard / tackle.
Rodney Pete, Carson Palmer. Yikes.
That's one out of a.
Rodney Pete was okay. He wasn't like elite.
Boniface on the practice squad.
Wow. Yeah, man. They've had some terrible ass quarterbacks. Great names such as John David Booty, Mark Sanchez.
They got a bad history of quarterbacks. It's not pretty. But all right, anything else y'all want to talk about, man? I got a couple more minutes. Let's see.
Then I'm gonna, as soon as Rashad leaves, I'm gonna go over fantasy and then I'm gonna close it out.
I mean, you're welcome to go ahead. I got about 10 more. About 10 more minutes.
So, guys, if you need a quarterback for fantasy, man, I'm pretty sure Matt Barkley's available on waiver wires if you really need him that bad.
Facts. Facts. You better pick him up immediately.
Tear it up.
Top waiver wire.
Top waiver wire action. Now, you want to talk about losing credibility? Don't do that. That's not what you want to do. Now, but if you do need a quarterback, I mean, Teddy Bridgewater is available in a lot of leagues right now, believe it or not. Carson Wentz might be available. Carson Wentz has been a top 4 quarterback over the past couple weeks. So, there are options out there. He's been actually playing pretty well since he injured both of his ankles. But overall, from a fantasy standpoint, you have a lot of options to scour at the quarterback position. For those teams that are like looking on the outside looking in, there's still 5 weeks left, so you can still bounce back. When is the March? No faith, huh?
Talk about Justin Fields. I mean, what you want us to say?
He's available in fantasy right now too.
You want me to go back and pull up my reaction when we didn't pick him up? I could do that. I mean, what you want to talk about? I mean, because I love Justin Fields. I was a huge fan. Fell to us. We should have picked him up. We should have. I mean, but I hate doing the shoulda, coulda, woulda thing. But when it comes to this, and you put all of you put everything together, all the decisions that we've talked about, like
they didn't do any of them shits, man.
Yo, nothing. It just doesn't make any sense. Y'all want me to play it? Hold on.
Nah, don't play it.
I won't play it. I won't play it.
Nah, I mean, because I remember it. Like, I was there. You were pissed. But I told you how it was going to go down.
You did. You did. Let me see if I can find it. If I can find it, I'll pull it up. If I can find it quickly.
But real talk, Justin Fields is available in a lot of fantasy leagues. And I think now he's about to hit his stride. He's been playing pretty damn well from a fantasy standpoint. He's going to give you a roller coaster just like last night on the Monday Night Football game. First half, he didn't play too hot. Second half, he balled out of his mind, but he still had like a top 12 finish. So if he's available in leagues and you need a quarterback, go right ahead. Truth be told, within the last month, Patrick Mahomes is not even a top 20 quarterback in fantasy right now. He's had a lot of turnovers, hasn't thrown that many yards. He wasn't that good on Sunday either from a fantasy standpoint, even though the Chiefs did win the game. So it might be time to start thinking about that too. Like, truth be told, I know this is a hard thing to believe, but Mahomes is benchable in fantasy right now. He hasn't been playing that well.
Is he that bad?
He ain't been playing that well.
Shit.
So he's been, Teddy Bridgewater has more points than him over the last month. Carson Wentz has more points than him over the last month. There's a lot of quarterbacks that's been terrible.
Y'all got Teddy ass up out of here, bro.
Teddy said, "I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna slang that thing."
Pause.
Yeah. Pause. Major pause. When you talk about wide receivers, there's a lot of wide receivers that you can look into. Darnell Mooney's still available in a lot of leagues. I'd rather have him over Allen Robinson at this point. Allen Robinson is droppable at this point. If you want to talk Brandon Ayuk, a lot of folks dropped Brandon Ayuk when they realized he was in the doghouse with San Francisco. If Brandon Ayuk is available in some leagues, you should probably go try to scoop him up. He's not in the doghouse anymore. He's getting a decent amount of targets. Jimmy Garoppolo seems to like him. And that's another quarterback that's available in a lot of leagues that's pretty good to go at too. Jimmy Garoppolo's been balling as well. Like, he's got more points than Mahomes too. So there's a lot of opportunity. Tim Patrick from the Denver Broncos, he's been getting more snaps than all the other wide receivers on the team. He's been getting a decent amount of targets as well. So I recommend if Tim Patrick is available, you should go after Tim Patrick. From a running back standpoint, at this point of the season, we're halfway through the bye week. We're halfway through the buys. So when you start thinking about what you can do at this point, it's time to start getting some of these handcuffs, even if they're not the handcuffs for your guys, like your Alexander Madisons, your Carlos Hydes, your Sony Michels. Go ahead and start scooping these guys up now because we're hitting the home stretch, and this is the time where you need to go ahead and start thinking about the handcuffs. Drop some folks that you know that you're not going to get back in your lineup again, and you've already gotten past your bye weeks because we've already been through bye-mageddon. We've already had the 6 teams on the bye set up. So just go ahead and roll with that and go from there. Let's see. Slim, you're right, bro. But our fan base doesn't believe it. I'm seeing more apologies though, but you know.
I almost got the reaction. Hold on.
Acting like Teddy is good. Let me pull up some stats for you, buddy. Teddy Bridgewater. So far, Teddy Bridgewater after 9 games, he's got a 70% completion percentage. His quarterback rating is 101. He has 14 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. He's on pace to almost throw for 30 touchdowns. He's only 2 TDs away from being past his career high. He's balling in Denver right now, bro. Could have been us.
No, it couldn't because we don't have the.
We got Joe Brady. Teddy's point was to be a bridge. That's what you guys failing to realize. He only has 5 picks, 14 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. I don't know why folks think he had worse. The dude's on pace for a career season.
Here we go, Dave. I got it. Man. Oh, I got it pulled up. Here we go. Shout out to everybody that was there too. Here we go. Here's the pick. Everybody talked about Justin Fields. I was a huge fan of Justin Fields when he fell to us. It was a dream scenario, and here is what happened on draft night. Shout out to everybody that joins us on draft night too. If you're new here, you missed out. But here we go. It should be coming up. Y'all can hear that, right?
One baby.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Let me go up the volume for you guys.
Get it. With the 8th pick in the 2020
Oh, brother.
Oh, man.
the Carolina Panthers select J.C. Horn.
Oh,
What? I told you. Wow. I told you.
Wow.
Told you. If it wasn't Sertan, it was going to be a corner.
Wow.
What?
Yo, Rashad's about to cry. Rashad's about to cry.
Yo, Rashad was hurt. Yo, you were hurt, bro.
You gotta see.
I said that. That's exactly what I said. Give me my damn credit.
You should have traded back.
Give me my damn credit, Rashad. Rashad, put your headphones on. We're going to take Fields. We just traded for Darnold.
Nah, Mac Jones. Nah, dude,
But
you
be
gotta
happy
fall
that
back.
we didn't take Matt Jones.
Yo, Slim.
I'm not mad
This-
at this man.
This
Yo,
means
it's
that
hot,
Denver's
bro.
trying to make a Legion of Boom style
He
defense.
is.
So Denver's going to get Justin Fields, huh?
J.C.
He
Horn's a
wouldn't have
good
been,
player.
yo, real talk to the chat. He wouldn't have been there over 15. He wouldn't have been there in the quarter because he took quarterback.
You serious?
Oh, we could have got the left tackle. We went and got a defensive player. We didn't even help Darnold. If your analysis
Yo,
is we don't help the
these
sorry, I had
reactions
to
are
go 'cause
perfect. It's my bad, but yeah, these
let me
reactions
tell
are
you
perfect
something.
because it all applies, bro. It all
Yeah,
applies, fam. It all
absolutely.
applies right now. Like everything we said when we made that pick, bro. It's all coming back, man. It's all coming back. It's all coming back, bro. But it is what it is, man.
Yo,
Yeah.
you talk about this now, man. There's a lot of talk right now going in San Francisco about them wondering whether or not they should have took Mac Jones over Trey Lance right now. There's folks that are hot in San Francisco about what's going on right now because it doesn't look like Trey Lance is the guy. But I think they need to be patient with Lance. I think Lance is going to pan out, but I don't know how patient they're going to be in San Francisco.
All right, so
Yo,
my bad.
that runaway was hilarious.
Yo, I was so pissed, yo, so pissed. But Dave gonna continue. He's gonna continue his fantasy thing. I gotta get out of here. But on my way out, man, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell, all that stuff. Hey, real quick, I'm telling you, I'm not playing either by this March. If we don't win at least 7 games, that is. And I got ready. I'm on the radio every Thursday. So if you don't think this is gonna go, if you don't think this is gonna go, you don't know me very well, bro. I'm telling y'all. If we don't have at least 7 wins, fam, by the end of the season, we marching, bro. Marching on Mint. I'm putting the feelers out there.
This is a very strong discussion.
Yeah, easily. I mean, what's worse? What's even in discussion? Give me a worse trade. I gotta look at it. I gotta do some research.
Didn't we trade for we traded for this guy that didn't do shit for us in 97. Was it in 96, 97? Oh, what's his name? There might be a worse trade.
I got a couple of Monty Edwards was we traded to get Monty Edwards.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
That's not as bad. That's not as bad as
you think. Do you think trading down in our inaugural season was bad? Because we could have had Steve McNair. That's rough.
I don't know, bro.
We got Kerry Collins, but we could have had McNair. Like we were like pretty much dead because the Jacksonville Jaguars was going to roll with Brunel. We could have had Steve McNair. So, I mean, McNair's probably a Hall of Famer. He should be in the Hall of Fame, and Kerry Collins is Kerry Collins.
Let me see. Worst trade in every team's history. Let me see what ours is. Ours is Sean Gilbert. That's
Sean Gilbert. That's the one. That's the guy. It's Sean something. Yeah, that trade was bad. That was terrible. He didn't do nothing for us. It was trash.
Yeah, they traded it. We traded our 1999 and 2000 first round picks to Washington in exchange for Sean Gilbert. That's pretty tough.
Yeah, that's
pretty
bad.
That might,
that's it.
In hindsight, because again, I'm not the same fan I was.
No, but that was a bad trade.
Then, so it's
because Gilbert didn't do nothing for us. He was terrible. He wasn't that good. But that was back when we were trying to play with veterans.
I'm gonna do it. Top 5. I'm taking a note. I'm gonna do a quick little show on it. I'm gonna find. I gotta
That
do
was
some
number
research.
one.
That's up there.
That's number one. That is absolutely number one.
Sam Darnold's up there too.
Yeah, but he might not be number 2 though, because Monty Edwards was bad, bro. Monty Edwards was bad.
Everett Brown was up there too. You
Everett
guys are
Brown
right.
was bad too. Yeah. Because we got to remember, Marty used to give up first round picks like it was freaking candy and shit back then.
Facts.
So we got a couple rough ones. And
Right.
then what about the one for Jimmy Clausen?
Yeah. All right, so I gotta get out of here, y'all. I gotta pick up my daughter. But man, this is again. Hey, strap in, dog. Get prepared for the march. I'm gonna start putting soft dates out there so y'all get y'all flights. Y'all can come in. I'm gonna get the media. I'm telling y'all, if it goes south, we doing it. Town hall, going to town hall. We getting everybody. It's gonna be lit. I'm not playing, y'all. I'm not playing. I love this team, and all I want to do at the end of the day is have this team be successful. I want to see the team win. Well, we do a lot of complaining about what's going on, and we argue with other podcasters, but it's at the end of the day, we all want this team to be successful. That's at the bottom line. If this team is winning, everybody's celebrating. So it is what it is. So all right, I gotta get out of here, man. I will holler at y'all at some point. But peace out.
All right, man. I'm gonna do some fantasy Q&A. We'll talk about some more waiver wire. And then I'll let you guys go on your merry way. So I will take all fantasy questions right now. I know for some folks it's been a rough week because there was a lot of disappointments from a fantasy standpoint, particularly at the quarterback position. There was a lot of quarterbacks that did me dirty this week. Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, there were some tough ones this week. But we want to get into it. I'll take your questions. I could talk about more players that could be available in your leagues to pick up. Like Elijah Moore balled out of his mind on Thursday night, even though the Jets got their keisters kicked. Elijah Moore was a bright spot. He's available in a lot of leagues. You definitely should look into getting Elijah Moore. Let's see. And I talked about with the James Robinson injury, Carlos Hyde is an option. What do I do with Saquon and Dak? Saquon's on bye, so you need to hold him. I think Saquon's going to be available next week. By the way, just so you know, the buys for week 10, Bears, Bengals, Giants, Texans. So, Texans, you're only going to probably be missing Brandon Cooks, right? Giants, Barkley. I think Barkley's going to be back after the bye week. Bengals, you got Joe Mixon, you got Joe Burrow, you got Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. So that's a lot to lose. Chicago, you got Fields. David Montgomery is back. I still think you probably should keep Khalil Herbert for now. But as your handcuff, you still have him. I wouldn't drop him. But David Montgomery's back. David Montgomery might be available in some leagues, particularly if you're in leagues with no IR spots, so people had to drop him. So check out, see if David Montgomery's available. So Colt McCoy had a pretty damn good day. He went 22 for 26, so he's pretty damn accurate. So Colt McCoy, he had a pretty good day. And on top of that, with regards to Arizona, Chase Edmonds is hurt. We know James Conner is probably taken in a lot of leagues, but Benjamin is not. Now, I think the success of James Conner, part of his success this season is the fact that they had a nice little 60-40 split with Chase Edmonds. So we could see a situation where Benjamin might be part of that split. I'm not sure it's going to be 60-40. Could be like 25-75, but that might give you a little bit of low-end flex appeal. And I know for a fact Benjamin is available in your leagues. You need to go after Carlos Hyde, bro. Saquon's on bye this week, so you can't use him anyway. But you need to go after Carlos Hyde. Connor's balling, but and I was talking to my Discord folks, my Patreon subscribers. By the way, become a Patreon if you want to get this fantasy popping too. We give out prizes, we do fantasy Q&A, I answer questions throughout the day, and we discuss strategies and things to sort throughout the day. But James Conner is balling. I think he's going to still continue to ball out, but I wonder. He's also a fragile running back too. He has an injury history, so you wonder whether or not they're going to make the decision to try to to split the work a bit with Eno Benjamin. So let's see here. Let me make sure. Yes, Pat Fairmouth, he's probably available in a lot of leagues too. He's a TE1. He's getting enough target share. If he's available, you should go after him. Another running back that another guy that you definitely go after at the tight end position. Let's see here. You need to trade. You need to get rid of Allen Robinson and go grab one of these receivers that are out there, man. Like Darnell Mooney, Brandon Ayuke. There's a lot of good receivers out there in these streets. Let me see. Let me look at my list. Tim Patrick, Elijah Moore. All those guys are better options than Allen Robinson at this point. Now, granted, Allen Robinson's finally shown something, but it still ain't enough for me to keep him around. It's obvious that Justin Fields prefers Darnell Mooney. And by the way, another tight end you should consider grabbing because he might be available because of how long he's been hurt is Logan Thomas. Logan Thomas from Washington. He's been on IR for the past couple weeks. He should be available this upcoming week. That's another option as well. I mean, the shirt's nice, man. You know, I came straight out of work. So I didn't have a chance to change and all that stuff. So Rashad was like, yo, I'm going live to talk about this pickup. So I wanted to get in. Flex. Brandon Cooks is on bye, so Emmanuel Sanders. Drop him. Go get a wide receiver, bro. Sure there's any more questions that I didn't miss. Rashad gonna have me flying down to go do a march. Do you trust a second wide receiver with the Baltimore Ravens? I don't know if I do. Adrian Peterson or J.D. McKissick? Give me Adrian Peterson. Keep A.J. Brown. Keep A.J. Brown. I think Tannehill is going to continue to give him a decent amount of target share. Well, I said it, man. I said that Sam's going to miss a few games. I mean, that's just what he does. You think so? I don't think they're a pass first team. I don't think he's a pass first team. Let me pull up the Ravens run pass ratio. The Ravens, it's 50-50, man. On average, the Ravens run the ball 32 times a game. They pass the ball 35 times a game. So about 48-51, 48-52. I mean, he said the Packers is his number one spot, but I'm pretty sure he's going to sign to a contender. If you want to be keeping it frank, he's going to sign to a contender. Yeah, but it's a barely lean, right? They have to throw themselves because they've had like 3 double-digit comebacks so far this year. We're trying, man. We're trying to get a Cardinals podcast. If we don't, we're still going to do a game preview without one. But we're working it. We're trying. That's the goal. Lockett, Thielen, Diggs, Tyreek, Adams. Which 3 to start? Man, you're pretty plentiful at the wide receiver position. Aaron Rodgers recently announced that he might not play again this week. There's a slight possibility he may not be able to be available. So keep an eye on that. But if I had to rank them, assuming that Rodgers starts, give me Adams, give me Hill, give me Diggs in that order. Then Thielen, then Lockett. I think Green Bay is a contender to get OBJ. I just think that there might be other options. I mean, there's a lot of teams available. There's a lot of teams that could pick him up. If he's going to try to go to a contender, there's a lot of options. That's for sure. Six-team league, man. Everybody's team should be good in a 6-team league. Do I like Tua on Thursday? Who do the Dolphins play? Because I don't remember. Oh, no, I don't like them on. Well, the Ravens pass defense isn't that good. So, yeah. I mean, depending on, give me options, man. If I'm in a pinch, I will play him. But Dallas don't need him. Yeah, the Ravens pass defense isn't that good. But at the same time, I got to see what the other options are. I mean, there's probably a lot of other quarterbacks I'd rather play over Tua. Yeah, well, I can tell you a story about that. So the one for the podcast, we're down to 2 people, and I'm one of them. So the Dallas Cowboys eliminated 2 teams, so we're down. So it's down to 2 people. But I was in another one, a separate one, and I wanted to pick the Colts. And they didn't take I put my pick in Thursday morning and it didn't get in time. So I had to pick one for Sunday and I picked Buffalo. So I'm out in that one. But for the podcast one, I'm still in it. Rough break. Very rough break. But yeah, I'm still in it right now. Matter of fact, let me see. Let me pull it up real quick. I'll pull up the Eliminator Challenge real quick. Oh wait, before I pull it up though, I gotta turn my pick off because I don't want you guys knowing who I got because I'm still in it. I'll change it to the Dolphins. That way you guys won't know who I'm picking because you know I'm not going to pick the Dolphins over the Ravens this week. So let me share. I already made my pick for this week, so let's share it real quick. All right, here we go. So yeah, let's see. Panther Nation podcast. We only have 2 remaining. And here's the group picks. So Lanes, I don't know who this guy is, but Lanes is the last. There were 24 in here. We're down to 2. So Lanes took a different path than me too. It'll get interesting. Miami's not going to be my pick. I'm going to change it. I think I prefer Teddy over Tua. Who do the Broncos play this week? Who do the Broncos? Oh, the Eagles. They got a good pass defense. I think I still probably prefer Teddy. I'll trust Teddy. I'll trust Teddy. Hollywood Brown. I hope he does, man, because I really want to do one with the Cardinals podcaster. Oh, yeah, Javante's ready to rock, bro. Javante's ready. Checking to see if there's any more questions before I call it a day. because I got to go upstairs and get ready for this basketball game and get my kids to bed. It's that time. But all right, guys. Yeah, we signed Matt Barkley, but it is okay. Like me and Rashad talked about, it's looking like it's not official yet, but I'm starting to think that Mr. Darnold's going to end up on IR, or he's definitely not playing this week. But if you haven't done so already, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. You can follow us on Twitter at Panther Nation PC. You can follow me on Twitter at ChampD1012. I'll take some fantasy questions there on occasion. Become a Patreon. Go to patreon.com/Panther Nation PC. And that's it. And we already know why not Cam, man. I don't think Deshaun Jackson is going to help the Raiders as much as you think he will. I mean, he's startable, but there's better options. I mean, Pat Freiermuth is available in a lot of leagues. I think I would rather play him. All right. All right, guys. It's been real. You guys have a lovely evening, and I will talk to you guys soon. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Be on the lookout for our we're going to do our game preview, whether we get a Cardinals podcaster or not. And we'll talk to you guys later on this week. See you.